Hi, hello, I'm Brune, and today I almost didn't want to make this video because it's just rehashing old news, but it's coming back up in my feed because it's getting close to Art Fight. We're at the point of recording this like a week out from Art Fight, and everyone is making videos talking about prep, what their goals are going to be for this year, and how they're going to make it special. Because if you didn't know, 2026 is the 10-year anniversary of Art Fight existing. But of course, we can't just have nice things and celebrate kindness and artistry without addressing the ever-growing mountain of blech that surrounds not just Art Fight, but the art community as a whole. Now, I'm not going to be rehashing, like I said, I don't want to rehash all of the whole like controversies, and every single update and situation. There are plenty of other channels that do that. I am not going to be one of those people. But there are like 3 or 4 main points that I've seen like everyone bring up when talking about art, when talking about art fight controversy. And it's bad when when it's starting to get on my nerves. So it seems like every year art fight is in some sort of controversy. Ooh. It's never anything serious. It is literally never anything like they're embezzling funds. They're exploiting their workers. Ooh. Never anything like that. It's like they made an update to the rules and some people think it's unfair, which is what is happening this year. Because this year, to like celebrate having a fully fledged team now instead of just the 3 devs, they did a complete update to the site rules. Now, mostly nothing changed. They added a few rules like not allowing generative AI and something about adding DNIs to your profile being prohibited, because why the hell would you do that on Art Fight of all places? But to make a long effing story short, this year they updated some rules about 3D modeling and tracing and using bases. And it started off as this whole thing where everyone's like, oh my god, they're discriminating against a whole group of people, and oh, now we can't even use ref sheets anymore. Blah. But then they updated the rule again, and by updating it, I mean they just clarified their verbiage and made it so, okay, this is what we actually mean for the rules. And if you're confused about the actual bullet points, or if you hear people talking about, oh, the art fight controversy of the rules, and you're still confused on the matter, I highly suggest you open the website and just read the fucking rules. A lot of people have come out and said that they never even bothered to read the rules in the first place, and this update just took them off guard. It's like, now, tracing and stealing have always been prohibited on Art Fight. That's never not been a thing. You would know that if you actually read the damn rules yourself that are posted on the front fucking page of the website. So that was just point number 1. Most controversies are just bullshit, and if you're confused on what the rules are, just read them. Literally, that's all you have to do. And if you are still confused after reading all the rules that they have listed, and they do have a Discord, and you can DM the devs and say, hey, I'm a little confused, is this allowed? Point number 2. I've seen a lot of people saying that the art fight community has been getting more toxic. And their words, not mine. And it's becoming a toxic community because of a lot of people are just acting like assholes, like saying, "Oh, I don't want amateur artists to be attacking me because I want only good art, or people should only attack others of the same skill level," and baby. And it's like, that is not a new thing. That has always been a problem on Art Fight. The only reason why people think Art Fight's becoming a toxic community is just because it's getting bigger. Like, way back in the day when there was only like a few thousand people on, like a few, maybe even 100 people doing Art Fight, you would have like 2 people that had those opinions, and that's 2 out of 100. Those aren't the real stats, that's just an example. So then you add 1,000. Well, then that number grows bigger and grows bigger and grows bigger, which is it's a good thing that Art Fight has gotten so big and more people are joining. By all means, join in the fun, please. The more artists that exist in the world, the better the things are. And Art Fight is just a great safe space for everyone. But with big communities, you're always going to have the people with bad takes. Just because you're an artist doesn't make you a good person. No shit. So if you hear any discussion or topic video about Art Fight being a toxic community, maybe some people or a lot of people have had bad instances with 1 or 2 others on the website, but me personally, I've been doing Art Fight for this will be my 5th year now, and I've never ever had a bad experience. I've said this many times on videos and on stream before. I've seemingly dodged all of the drama and all of the BS, which leads directly into my next point. And this one kind of pissed me off a little bit, because a lot of the drama and the controversy and the, oh my god, can you believe this is happening to Art Fight? Oh no, how could this have possibly happened? And I look around Art Fight, the website, and go, I'm not seeing any of that. What are you talking about? And they're, oh, it's happening on TikTok. Or, oh, it was talked about on Twitter. So not on Art Fight. What I'm hearing is TikTok is being TikTok. They're just talking about Art Fight. It's just, I mean, sure, there's a lot of TikTok babies that come over to Art Fight, and it's like, and that's the whole thing. But drama that is happening on TikTok or Twitter, like that Twitter bullshit, that is not Art Fight. That is not Art Fight's problem. That is, well, it is a problem for Art Fight, because then people think Art Fight is just a bunch of twit heads screaming at each other and calling them slurs. No, that is not the spirit of Art Fight. That is not what Art Fight is about. That is clearly against TSA. TOS. What I meant to say was TOS. Someone must have slipped me the ranch dressing. Let what happens on TikTok stay on TikTok. Speaking of TSA, and if in the rare occasion you receive a piece of art from someone that is clearly a violation of either your character permissions or the website rules, there is a nifty little red button on screen that says report, and you can either report the attack or report the user who violated the rules. Fill out their little form, say hit send, say that sucked, and just go about your day. It's bound to happen. It hasn't happened to me in 4 years, thank goodness. But it is bound to happen, especially with Art Fight getting so much attention and more people joining, which is blessed. But, the block button exists for a reason. Use it. I've been using the block button so much on other websites instead of just, going, oh my god, all these bad people are on my feed. No, just block, 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 block. Don't recommend channel. Not interested. Clean out your feed a little bit, and oh, Oh, I'm telling you, the internet will be such a fun place if you just block people. Oh, but there's so many workarounds to getting blocked. Most of the people that you're blocking don't even know you exist. It's fine. And just block those people. And just get them out of your face. It's fine. This is our fight. With the bullshit out of the way, let's actually talk about Art Fight. Like I said earlier, Art Fight is celebrating their 10-year anniversary, and it is beautiful. And to spoil us a little bit, they added a twist this year that hopefully is actually a lot of fun and that they keep. Or maybe if they don't keep it, they only bring it back for like the increment of 5 anniversaries. Anyway, they added a third team to Art Fight. Holy shit, there's 3 teams now. You have no idea how hard it was for me to pick a team between these choices of team comedy, tragedy, and mystery. Oh my god. When I first saw the announcement, I just stared at my screen going, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I am in a pickle. But no longer. I decided to join Team Tragedy this year. And I only joined Team Tragedy because I saw a lot of artists that I wanted to attack this year join Team Comedy. And a lot of my viewers or my followers I could see were joining Team Mystery. So I was like, you know what? I'll be Tragedy. And then, so our points count for a little bit more. I only did it for points, and I figured that Tragedy would not get as many members as like Mystery or Comedy. Apparently I was wrong on that. Apparently Mystery has the least amount of members. And I was like, what? Really? It's the red and black emo kid of the Art Fight teams. That I would have joined Mystery because I'm also an emo kid that likes red and black and cloaks and masks and whatnot. And I'm not a fan of jesters. So what the... Where's my fellow emo kids? Where are y'all? Who knows what the actual numbers are going to be. The teams, the devs do try to make sure everything is evenly split, but it is inevitable that one team is going to be bigger than the other. However, with 3 teams now, one team can't dogpile the other unless the 2 teams somehow unanimously decide to team up and dogpile another one, but then dogpiling the other team is like, oh no, you're getting more art of your characters. Like, it's not, either way, it's not a bad thing, but it's like, oh, you kind of want to be on the winning team. Like, I'm pretty sure Tragedy's not going to win this year, and that's just based on vibes, and I'm completely fine with that. Despite being a competitive person, I'm fine with being on the losing team. It's all up for just jokes. Just jokes, just gags. Honestly, I should have joined Team Comedy just because of my coping mechanisms, but you know what? Whatever. Instead of coping through comedy like I usually do, I coped through character creation and added 16 new OCs this year. Holy shit, I'm going to get ratioed again. Now, I had wanted to add these characters for a long time because they were kind of like they were group OCs. One of them is like a family dynamic, and now the whole family is up on the website, and it's amazing. It's wonderful. It's what when I first joined Art Fight, that's what I eventually wanted. I eventually wanted my entire cast of this furry family to be up on Art Fight, and now they are. I guess that being said, I should get into my goals for this year. Now, normally I don't have, like, air quote, goals for Art Fight, but I just usually shoot for having at least one attack drawn a day. So by the end of Art Fight, that would be 30 attacks. And that is still going to be one of my goals for this year. The only difference is I wrote it down. And I'm putting it in a video. Now, 30 attacks does seem like a lot. However, considering I can get like 3 attacks done per stream, it's actually not that much. And also considering some of them are busts, 30 attacks doesn't seem like a lot. Now, I probably won't reach 30, but I know I never go less than 10. Because honestly, 30 days, 10 attacks, for me, that is dog water. Unless I'm doing like, like a full animation or a comic in the attack, and in which that would be like, yeah, 10, like 1 a month would be fine. But I'm not doing that. So in the past, I've never been like, okay, I'm at 15 now, so if I do 3 more, and if I get to 30, then I can celebrate. Yay, I beat the goal. It's always like maybe I'll draw 1 a day. Well, who knows? Maybe this year I'll actually aim for 30 attacks and try not to draw so many busts, which is my next goal. And this is actually going to be a mindful goal. This is a mindful goal that I'm adding to 2016, oh my god, to 2026 of Art Fight. I want to start pushing my posing of characters, because I feel like my poses are always stagnant and my illustrations just aren't as dynamic as I'd like them to be. So this year for Art Fight, I'm going to be practicing more dynamic poses. I'm probably going to look up a bunch of idol reference photos. Additionally, because Art Fight devs also spoiled us by adding character connections, which is amazing. So now, if I draw a character and I see they have a connection with another character, I'm going to aim for drawing them all together. Not a mass attack, but, a group dynamic. If they have a group dynamic, or if they have like a sibling or a partner, it's like, you know what, I'm just going to draw them together if they have a connection in their profile that is written out and I can have an idea for. That's another thing. If I don't have an idea for it, I'm not going to force myself to do it. That's not a goal or anything. That's just how I roll with Art Fight. If I don't have an idea, I'm not going to force myself to do anything. Because there was one year where I forced myself to draw a revenge for every attack I got, and sometimes I just wasn't vibing with any of the characters on their profile, or just had no idea what to draw, because it's a lot. Art Fight is a lot, but it's also, not enough. And that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing if you don't vibe with somebody's characters. That's okay. You don't have to draw them. There's no rule saying you have to do revenge or you have to attack that person. I think I can't stress it enough to where people just seem to think that everything needs to have strict rules, when really the rules of Art Fight are just boundaries. It's literally just boundaries, and those I mean, they are rules, but it's not like you must participate in this one specific way, or you're not actually participating, you're a fake, you're a fraud. It's not like that. And that's not just with Art Fight, that's with a lot of things, and I can probably make a whole video talking about that. How people seem to think that there's just rules for everything when there's literally not. However, there are some rules, and it's mostly just don't be an asshole. Anyway, back to my goals. This one's so freaking funny. I had wanted to draw more humans on Art Fight, because I do draw humans. Not as much as I draw cats or furries, but I do draw them, and I'm actually half decent at drawing people. And there's like, yeah, you know what, this year I'll draw more humans, I'll get I need to draw more humans. I'll draw more men because I don't draw enough male characters enough. They need love too. But then I added 16 new characters and they're all furries. It's like, oh my god, why did I do that? So that goal is already dead on arrival. Because I have a and again, this isn't a rule with myself. It's just one of those things where, like, if someone draws one of my pony OCs, I'm going to draw one of their pony OCs because obviously they like ponies. So I'm going to return pony art for pony art. And again, that's not a rule anywhere in the website. That's just one thing that I've done because obviously I want to give the person something they like. And if they chose to draw one of my OCs that are like a pony or a warrior cat's OC or, you know, a specific kind of niche, then I'll look at their OCs and see which one matches that niche and just give them something in return. Something of equal measure. Now, not of like, and I'm saying that in air quotes that you can't hear. So it'd just be weird if a bunch of people are drawing like my furry OCs, and I'm only drawing humans, because that's just, that would be weird. Now, granted, I did update 2 of my human refs that are on Artfight, and I did hide a few of my other characters because they've been on Artfight basically since day 1. And I was like, you know what? Let's give them a rest this year. I want to spotlight my new characters. But coincidentally, the characters that I hid were my most humanoid. So it's, oh, god damn it. But, you know, okay, I at least have 2. So if anyone draws my past Rune Sonas or my Arcana OC, I will be drawing their also human OCs. Especially if you draw my if you draw my Arcana OC, I'm gonna go look and see if you have Arcana, and OC from the same fandom. Because honestly, I miss that game so much. My last goal here has nothing to do with Artfight, like the website, but I do want to stream a lot more than what I have been previous years for Artfight. I haven't set the schedule just yet because I don't want to burn myself out. But I will be streaming both here on YouTube and on Twitch during Artfight because I can't dual stream with OBS. But I do plan on streaming more for just the month of July, and then I'm gonna be taking a break from streaming on August. I mean, because good god. I probably won't be streaming every day, but maybe I will stream every day, and then if a stream only lasts an hour, that'll be fine, because at least I went live on one of the Artfight days. I will be taking Saturdays and Saturdays off, and maybe like Sunday evenings. Again, I haven't figured out the schedule of how I'm gonna split the streaming between Twitch and YouTube, but stay tuned. And I'm gonna cut it off there because I'm 31 minutes into this recording, and I feel like I'm just beating a dead horse at this point. So anyway, most Artfight drama is BS. I added a bunch of furry OCs that are all really cute, in my humble, correct opinion. And I wanted to actually take the opportunity to really hammer home some improvements and just push some boundaries with my art, because that's what it's about, man. Artfight is a game. Games are supposed to be fun. And I think a lot of people either forget that, or they just don't know that games are supposed to be fun. And Artfight's a game. No one is holding you at gunpoint saying that you have to join. Even though it may seem like that sometimes, because I have gotten a little pushy with my sister, and I do apologize for that. It's so much fun! I want to share the fun! And I want to perpetuate the fun that is Artfight. How many times can I say fun in a single video? Fun, 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 fun! It's just a game. Why do you have to be mad? Do what works for you. Don't feel bad about not contributing as much or being so concerned about who's pulling their weight, because that's not what it's about. That's not what any of this is about. As a competitive person, I am telling y'all, it's not that deep. I mean, seriously, we're just drawing furries. Well, not furries, but like a majority of the characters are furries. We're just drawing people's little scrumbos. We are literally giving people permission to play with our toys. We're sharing our toys. And yeah, some people play a little differently. Some people play rough with their toys, and some people just prefer to have them around. That's fine. Anyway, I'm looking forward to smothering you all with love and affection.